Now we have our east side servo and LEDs wired. Now we just need our ultrasound sensor. And so I'm going to go ahead and hold the breadboard down and flip our board over so we can access that ultrasound sensor. Now here is our east side ultrasound sensor, and remember it's got the 4 pins on it. So this first one here is ground, so I'm going to go ahead and put a female to male wire jumper on it, just like we did for the west side. And then another wire on echo and trig. And then our last one is our VCC, and that's our power. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our last one on there. So I've got my purple wire on echo and my white wire on trig. So that's gonna be important when we go ahead and flip our board over. We need to remember that purple is echo, white is trig. And if your colors are different, just remember what your colors are. The color of the wire doesn't actually matter. I'm gonna go ahead and make a slit just next to where our servos came in. So I'm just gonna make sure there's nothing underneath that I'm gonna cut, and then move my hand out of the way to make sure you're not cutting your hand. And then I'm just gonna make a little slit right there. And then we can go ahead and thread our 4 wires in. And then once those are in, we can go ahead and flip our board back over. And now we can see our 4 ultrasound sensor wires coming up from the back. So just like we did with the servo and the ultrasound sensor on the other side, we're gonna go ahead and take our red and green, so that was our ground and 5 volts, and thread it underneath our breadboard. And then we can go ahead and insert them into the respective rails. So the green was ground, so that's gonna go to our ground rail. That's our blue rail. And then the red was our 5 volts, so that's gonna go to our 5 volt rail. So that's the red rail, so the first rail. So now we've got 5 volts and ground going. Now we just have our white and our purple wire from the ultrasound sensor. Remember, our purple was echo, our white was trig. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert trig into A2 on the Arduino. That's A2, and the purple into A1. Of the Arduino. So there we go. So our echo is in A1, and our trig is in A2, and then we have our 5 volts and ground coming up from the front. So there's our ultrasound sensor fully wired. We can go ahead and upload the code to the Arduino and give it a test.